Hello everyone. So today we are dealing with how to pass NDA entrance exam, otherwise known as NDAE or NDAST. That's the Nigerian Defence Academy exam. Um, this video applies to all departments, but I'm focusing more on social science, most especially political science and other related courses. Now, if you are familiar with my blog, www.afromikword.blogspot.com, you should know my story. I'm an NDA, my NDA journey from Sunday regular course 2018 to 73 hours. So that's 2021. So I'm talking based on experience. This is not just some fables or something I just constructed anyhow. It's something with experience I've gone through. So now, the NDA is an exam meant for aspirant of NDA, which is located at Cardinal Ribaldo and Afaka. Uh, you must pass the exam. Uh, but before you pass the exam, you must have taken the Jamb form, taken the NTA form, and then you must have passed your Jamb. Then you vetted qualified to write the NDAE. One thing important to know is that your Jamb score does not just qualify you. Your Jamb score, the scores you get in Jamb, only qualify to write NDA. It does not really matter most in your admission process. So it's just for, to qualify you to write for what the entrance exam. I've seen a lot of candidates that were making such claims that they got 380 in Jam, they got 290. At the end of the day, they didn't make it to NDA Armed Forces Selection Board list. Excuse me, your Jam scores only qualify to write the exam. It's not, in fact, you can even get 180 in Jam and get a high mark in NDA entrance exam. Um, and you still pass through. So your jump score, get that straight now. Your jump score only qualify you to write NTA entrance exam. It does not do anything else except the course that you choose. And that's when you look at it. So many candidates are shocked to see that despite scoring high scores in JAM, they still feel, okay, I'll talk about that, or didn't make it to finalist. Now, speaking from my experience, I applied with the course Political Science and Defense Studies, later changed to Political Science and International Relations. Later, yes, it was changed, which I applied to. So now NDAEE, that's the entrance exam, normally only requires 4 subjects, which are 1 to 40, of which English is compulsory for all. I choose English, government, history, economics. Meanwhile, I didn't do history while in secondary school. So um, even in my WAEC, I didn't do it. But I was good in government. Naturally, I was bad in maths. So I was lucky maths isn't compulsory for my course. Um, so even if maths part of your course, just follow me as I explain more. So now, for you to pass any entrance exam, you must have a strategy. So now, listen to my initiative and strategy that I use. I got an exercise book that is dedicated to my NDA process. I didn't normally, you should get a compendium. That's the NDA compendium, comprises of the questions and answers of the past years from 2005 to date. But during my time, I didn't have the physical compendium. It was sold at in Kaduna then, the physical copy. So I only had the soft copy. So I started with the study plan a month after the application form came out. And so I made it compulsory that at least every day I answer 4 subjects of the same year in the morning. That's, for example, NDA 2005. I will answer English, government, history, economics, mark and score myself. That's the first thing I do in the morning before going out. Then any time of the day, I read key points on economics or history or ec because I told you I didn't do economics in school. So any time of the day, you can pick it for, maybe you can use it to do any material that any of the course that you are not well versatile in, you can read key point on it. You can dedicate at least 30 minutes every day. So at night before sleeping also, I repeat the same question I did in the morning. This is what? To enable retention. The next day, I did the same thing again. Another year, that's 2006. NTA 2006, English, government, history, economics. I mark and score myself. During the any time of the day, I do let's say key points. I do key point for 30 minutes. I usually use key point or this WAEC textbook PDF. You can download that history textbook. Yes, there's WAEC history textbook PDF. So I did this straight for 3 months and I finished the whole compendium related to my own course. I did finish the whole compendium. I was set for the exam that even reading some questions, I already know the answers. In fact, most of the answers in the compendium are wrong, and I have to make some corrections. And of course, I did make AFSB list. That's the Armed Forces Selection Board list. I prepared. So AFS is not hard because most of the questions that you definitely meet in the exam are repeated questions over the years. So you don't have to be scared of it. So just it's about repetition until now. Talking about social science course because you know science, pure sciences, they will be doing maths, chemistry, and the likes. Although it's still repetition, they still repeat the same answers, but you have to work on your calculations and stuff. Please make sure you work on that. If you have no experience, start taking tutorial classes on that. Start working on yourself. But if this compendium, make it an habit every day you practice that. So 70, I would say, as again time goes on, by 71, 71, 72, yeah, 70, no, 72, 72 was quite different because the whole country was on the lockdown during the COVID-19 era. So I felt a lot of my NDA normal. I felt a lot of NDA normal schedule. Did a lot of postponing. They postponed the exam date due to Jamb and lockdown. They postponed entrance exam. So the time was so long to prepare. And even luckily for me, then my Android phone, which was the major source of distraction, got spoiled. So I had a laptop that wasn't connected to the internet. It doesn't have internet access. It can't connect to the internet. So I used to practice compendium all day long, just like same previous RC. So I told you earlier before, I practice one subject 4 days per day. 4 years per day. That's for 72 RC. Government 2005 2009. Repeat same year at night. Same year. That's retention. The next day history 2005 2009. That's 4 years. I repeat same at night. You must do the same thing again. This is to do what? To cause about retention. Most of the answers are the same thing. So you don't need to stress yourself. In fact, I will even advise you that you should practice your NTA compendium more than you do in Jamb. Yes, more than you do in Jamb. If you are someone that is academically okay, let's say average, yes, practice more of compendium than Jamb. Jamb, at least just get the minimum of 180. I think engineering is 189, 190 or so. The minimum, I think the highest is 190. But for art, it's 180. Get the minimum of 180. As at the time of this video is being made, the minimum for Jamb for NTA entrance exam to qualify in Jamb is just 180. So just get that 180. That one is okay. Read your compendium, please. Compendium first. So that was what I was doing. In fact, I abandoned the Jamb thing. It was few days to my Jamb exam that I had to go back to Jamb textbooks and just do some few questions. And of course, I made it, and I read the literature too. So also another thing to note is that the same subject you pick in Jamb should also be the same thing that you choose in your entrance exam. This is to simplify your retention process. So let's say, for example, me, I wrote English, Government, History, CRK in Jamb. There's no CRK in any entrance exam. So what happened? I wrote English, Government, History, and Economics. I replaced CRK with Economics in EE. So definitely, if I'm reading for EE, if I'm using NTN and compendium to practice English, Government, History, the same thing in Jamb too. So they are related. You see, they definitely treat topics that you meet in Jamb too. So, and of course, I made list too. I made the FSB list. That's the Armed Forces Selection Board list. So 3 also was quite rough and different for me. I was going through a lot at the moment. I was also doing my school exams. Yes, I didn't have much chance to practice the compendium like I used to. Okay, I mentioned school. When I mean school, I mean university. So, in fact, you should know that it's not even a secret. Most of ND applicants are university undergraduates. Most, not all. Who have applied time after time. Maybe they came during their first attempt. They didn't make it to the final list. They apply again. While still in school, they apply again. So that's the kind of stuff we do. In fact, that is one of the best advice I should give you aspirant, if you are in school, if you are in, if you try NT at any time and you failed, please, the Bible says, sorry for using the Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. What's the name? You should do change your institution and pick a university. In fact, I would advise you pick the same course that related to what you will study in NDA. So it will be like a piece of cake when you eventually get to NDA. So as you are doing your exam process, make sure you calculate the calendar and everything. Make sure it doesn't clash with EE. And if you clash with EE or AFSB, just make sure you are smart about it and you know how to do it. So you can, once you fail NDA entrance exam, you can change your institution, go to another school and be applying from there. So let's continue. So 3 hours I was in school, I was occupied doing a lot of stuff. So I improvised. There was this app I learned from Play Store. It's called the NDA Scholarly Post UTME app. I can share the link below in this video. The app enables you to download NDA by past question for free. I think they let some years for free. But during the time I was doing it, I don't know how much is it now. I paid 1,000 naira to get access to full question. That's for a session, just 1,000 naira. So at the time when I was using the app, they haven't developed government. Then there are no government questions there. So all questions were there except government. So with this app, you can use it offline. I was able to practice on the go. Maybe in traffic situation, when I'm in a queue on the bank, when I'm in waiting situations. So I don't have time to be sitting down and marking because it really takes a lot of time. The app will mark you CBT and then give you your score immediately, show you your weakness, show you your strength in the subject area. Although some answers are wrong, just exactly the way NTA Compendium answers are wrong. But definitely, I'm telling you, this is one of the best. And also, is a pertinent to know that when you are using this app, your phone should be on play mode. Yes, your phone should be on play mode because if it's not on play mode, you might get distracted by notification, maybe just a WhatsApp message or a Facebook notification, and then you are gone. So your phone should be in play mode while using the app. It's an offline mode. You can practice. So you keep practicing. That's what I did. I was practicing, and I had exams in school. In fact, when I was in my Jamb, I had exams in school. So I told you guys, I wasn't ready for Jamb at all. I just went online, download some Jamb past question of the past years. There's even one Jamb. I don't know if they still have it. It's called NDA Prep. Yes, this one is even free. At the time I was still applying, then it was free. Yes, it was free. I was doing this thing and I read the literature. So literature for the Jamb. So and I practiced on the go. I didn't have time to be reading the normal compendium and then writing on this thing. It was the same compendium too. So why stress myself? I could do it in the class when the lecturer is not around. So of course, success come with hard work and preparation. I passed the NDA entrance exam. So compendium is just the same year repeated over and over again. Now, let me tell you the benchmark for you to know that you've reached the stage whereby you are prepared to write an EE. If you have started scoring scores like 37 over 40, 38 over 40, 39 over 40, or 39 over 40, 39 over 40, perfectly in like 4 subjects, I'm telling you, you are good to go in your NDA entrance exam. You are exactly good to go. You are good to go. In fact, you are allowed to be weak in just one subject based on my own observation. Just one subject. You are allowed to be weak in just one subject. If you did not choose, like if you are, let's say just 2 subjects, bro, you are gone. You are gone. So you're only allowed to be weak in just one subject. So that's what. Like I told you, I didn't do history in school. In fact, but I was doing government, so I was able to relate history and government together. So it was not hard for me. So you must know your strengths and weaknesses. What again? We have to say? Okay, yeah. So when I started scoring something like 30, 39. No, so I've seen some candidates with funny saying, I finished the compendium. I didn't know that I still make it to AFSP. It's by connection. Is that? Come on, settle down, sit down. NDA entrance exam is not the exam if you write all over the years. This is a niche. It's more like a scholarship exam, a nationwide exam. So you are not just if you think you are a local champ. Okay, we'll talk about that in the next session. So that's it. So now let me tell you, in the old Nigerian Defence Academy regular course recruitment process, I won't lie to you, the NDAE entrance exam is the most merit based. In fact, most merit based whereby you can determine your future. Unlike other factors where there are a lot of extra forces that you contend against. NDAE entrance exam is cheap. I'm telling you, it smokes. Yes, smoke. Let me use NDAE slang for you. Smokes. So please, entrance exam is simple. You can get it. Get it right. Get subject combination right. Get subject combination right. So that's it. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this content as wide as you can. See you next time on our next video.